Hello, today I'm in the polytunnel preparing for winter. I'm Rue and this is Rue's Life. It's that time of year where we're ready to have a really good clear out. I need to assess what's still growing, plan what I'm going to be growing in the spring, but also have a think about what I'm going to be overwintering. And whilst I've got a lot going on outside, today I'm going to be concentrating on what's going on here in the polytunnel. So just having a look around me, the tomatoes, I will be giving them some attention today. You can see they've still got some red tomatoes which I'm going to harvest today, and then I'll have a think about whether I'm going to completely pull them out or give them a little bit longer. And I'm going to do the same, working my way around the polytunnel. So I've got some beans, we've got parsnip, we've got some lettuce that are getting ready now to pull up, and I could give the rest of them to the chicken. I've got some chard and some spinach. I've got some other bits and pieces going on, but I'll talk you through those as we go. I'm going to start at this end of the polytunnel with those tomatoes and cucumbers. So I'm going to start by just harvesting any of the red tomatoes. Now amazingly I still had 3 cucumbers on the vine, but they've gone over, so they'll go for the chickens. So I've just taken off my jumper because despite the overcast and autumnal feel and the plummeting temperatures overnight, we've had it around 4 to 5 degrees at night and a maximum of about 8. It is actually 22 degrees here in the polytunnel today and about 19 degrees outside. So during the daytime those temperatures are still coming up, and it's a little bit warm. So let's get on and finish up with these tomatoes and pull the vines down from those finished cucumbers. So you can see I've stripped back all the foliage now and just left these tomatoes on the vine, and all the foliage has gone onto the compost heap. And next I'm going to pull these melon vines behind me down because the melons are long finished. That's one corner of the polytunnel clear. Let's get these beans in. And that's the beans in, or the last of the beans. This will be the last harvest I take now. So it's the last of the Greek gigantes, the wonderful bolotto, and then these, which I don't actually know what they are. I thought that I'd planted Madeira maroon, but they've just turned into a kind of nondescript but very tasty green bean. And now I'm going to get this foliage down. The nondescript green bean and the bolotto, I will take them right down and pull out, but the Greek gigantes I'm actually just going to cut back, because I believe, it's my first year of growing them, that if I cut them back they will come again in the spring. And that is the polytunnel pretty much ready for winter. So let's have a walk around and I'll show you everything I've done. Starting in this corner, I've got some spinach here in a pot, some lemon balm and some rocket. Got an empty tub there, and then just those tomatoes. Then I've got a tub with some carrots, and this is Mizuna, and that's an empty tub. I've brought in some of the geraniums from outside. There's still 2 more hanging baskets on the shed outside. I'll bring those in at a later date. I've moved the chilies here, and let's get a bit closer to them. So I've moved the chilies that were on the floor in these tubs, and I've popped them into this bed because they've still got some little chilies developing on them. They've never really been brilliant this year, so I'm going to give them a little bit longer, and then I'm contemplating whether I might take those plants once I've harvested the little chilies into the house and try and overwinter them. Down here I've got some little pansies, and they are perfect forage for our tortoise, so I'll keep those growing through the winter months. And then this bed now is completely clear, and the bean arches are also completely clear. Moving down, I've got a couple of empty tubs here, empty hanging baskets, and then in this bed we've got the Greek gigantes which I've chopped off, and then these are my parsnips which I'm looking forward to harvesting a little later on. Then moving on to this last bed, I've got my spinach and chard here in the corner. I've got a little bit more baby chard, which has now got a much better chance. Now all these beans have been clear, it can get some light. I will give everything a good soaking with the hose. And then behind me here on the staging, I've got my leek seedlings, which will probably go into one of the outdoor beds. There's a few other bits and pieces there which will be distributed between tubs, outdoor beds and in here. I've taken down the bunting now, and that will get washed and put away ready for the spring. Thank you so much for coming along with me today while I got my polytunnel cleared and tidied. How are you getting on with yours? I think I've earned myself a cup of tea. There's a video coming up right now on the screen that I think you'll enjoy if you've enjoyed this one. Be sure to give me a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. But for now, take care, and I'll see you all again soon.